Do you believe that it really makes a difference whether or not you pray? Do you believe that if you pray, that God does things that he will not do if you do not pray? I mean, after all, isn't God sovereign? Isn't God just going to do it whether you pray or not? This is an issue that you and I have to settle in our hearts and minds if we're ever going to have a consistent prayer life. You see, if you don't believe that prayer is absolutely a means by which God works in your life and through your life, if you don't believe it matters whether or not you pray, then you're never going to be able to consistently overcome the obstacles of our enemy as he tries to stop you from being consistent in your praying. You see, if you don't believe it really matters, then you're never going to really be able to consistently overcome all the obstacles our enemy puts before you. Prayer, having a consistent prayer life is hard work, but it's more than hard work. It is a spiritual war. And so you and I must be convinced that it really makes a difference. Now, over and over again in the Bible, God gives us many verses, many promises where he says it matters when you pray. That when you and I pray, God promises to act. And when you and I don't pray, then there are some things that God does not do. God not only gives us many promises, but he gives us many, many powerful illustrations out of the lives of so many great saints in the Bible where God came through in answer to their prayers. One of those promises is found in James chapter 5, verses 16 to 18. The scripture says, "The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective." Elijah was a human being, even as we are. He prayed earnestly that it would not rain, and it did not rain on the land for 3.5 years. Again he prayed, and the heavens gave rain, and the earth produced its crops. God said, it really matters if you pray. The prayers of a righteous man are powerful and effective. Then he says, Elijah's just like you, a man just like you. But when he prayed, it didn't rain for 3.5 years. He prayed again, and the rains came. Now, it's easy for us to go, well, Elijah, I guess so. But God says, no, Elijah was just like you. But when he prayed, it made a difference. And so you and I need to be convinced that when you and I pray, God says it makes a difference. So pray today with confidence that God is at work when you pray.